My name is Robert Bonavito, New Jersey forensic accountant. This video is part of a series of videos where I discuss forensic accounting topics for educational purposes only. If this was a litigated matter, I would take a different approach, have different conclusions based on different facts and circumstances. My name is Robert Bonavito, New Jersey forensic accountant. Today's topic, we're going to discuss when you're getting divorced, how do you file? I get lots of calls when people are filing their returns or they're thinking about filing their returns. They want to know, well, how should I file? Should I file, married or married filing separate? And I usually tell them, listen, I said, if you think there's an issue with your spouse's return or their income, they have cash or they're doing something illegal, I said, file married filing separate. I said that will isolate you from a lot of the problems they have, and you can sleep at night. You don't have to deal with their tax return. It will be more expensive, quite a bit more expensive, depending on your situation. So what we usually do is we do a couple different scenarios. We run tax returns, filing joint, separate, move the kids around, all kinds of stuff. And we come up with their alternatives. We said, if you file a separate return, this is what you're going to owe. If you file the joint return, this is what you'll owe or get back. It's usually a pretty big difference too, so you really should do the calculation. But the big benefit that I advise our clients is that when you file a separate return, you can always, like a lot of times people are getting divorced and they reconcile and they stay married. They never go through with the divorce, and meanwhile they filed 2 years of separate filing separate returns, which cost them $50,000 or $60,000 because of the additional taxes. But you can amend those returns. I can go back 3 years and amend the returns and file a joint return and get those refunds. So there's a lot less risk. If you are concerned about your spouse's return, the least amount of risk, but it's more expensive, is to file a separate return. And like I said, if you reconcile, we can always go back and amend those returns. So I recommend you take a look at it and just understand that there's no free lunch here. It's going to cost you more money, but it usually is worth it in the long run if you're really concerned about your spouse's return. My name is Robert Bonavito. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.